Traversal. It is a process to visit all the nodes of a tree and map in their values too. There are four ways which we use to traverse a tree. In order traversal. In this traversal method, the left subtree is visited first, then the root and later the right subtree. That is, in the given figure, A is considered as the root. So according to the in order traversal, first comes the left subtree. So when checking the left subtree of A, it's B. Since the left subtree of B is D and D has no any further roots, B is considered as a root. Now according to the in-order traversal method, D is printed out. After D, B is printed out since after left subtree its root, and then E is printed out. Since the left subtree of A is finished, now A is printed out. Now checking the right subtree of A, we can see that C is a root. So the left subtree of C is F and it has no further roots. C is now considered as a root and F is the left subtree, so F is printed out. After F, the root C is printed out and the right subtree G is printed later. Therefore, the nodal traversal method for this tree is finished. Now, moving on to the next topic, pre-order traversal method. In this traversal method, the root node is visited first, then the left subtree, and finally the right subtree. Now, checking the same tree using pre-order traversal method. Since A is the root of the tree, A is printed out. Since the method for the pre-order traversal method is root, left subtree and right subtree. So after printing out A, when moving to the left subtree B, and B is also a root, so now we print out B. After B, the left subtree of B is D, D is printed out, and after D, the right subtree, that is E is printed out. After finishing the left subtree of A, moving to the right subtree, since C is a root because it has a left subtree F and right subtree G, C is printed out. And after C, as usual, the left subtree F is printed out and the right subtree G is printed out. Coming to the next method, post-order traversal. In this traversal method, the root node is visited last, hence the name. First, we traverse the left subtree, then the right subtree, and finally the root node. Now, applying the post-order traversal method in this tree, since A is a root and post-order traversal starts from the left subtree, we are going to B. Since B is also a root, we are going to D, and D has no subtree, so we are printing out D since D is the left subtree of B. After printing out D, now we are checking the right subtree, that is E, and after printing out E, we are printing out B. After printing out B, we are coming to the right subtree of A, that is C, and since C is a root, now we are considering the left subtree of C as F and printing out F. Now printing out G, since G is the right subtree of C, and after G, C is printed out, and finally the main root A is also printed out. Level order traversal. In level order traversal, we create an empty queue and push the root node to it. And we need to do the following when queue is not empty, that is, we need to pop a node from queue and print it. Push left child of pop node to queue if not null, and push the right child of the pop node to queue if not null. We need to repeat these steps until the queue is empty. Now, applying the level order traversal to this tree, as A is the main root, we are pushing this root A into the queue. Now, pop the element A from the queue and push the left child of A, that is B, into the queue. After pushing B, now we are pushing the right child of A, that is C, in the queue. Now repeating the process, we are popping the element B from the queue and pushing the left child and right child of B, that is D and E to the Q. Since the first element in the queue is C, we are popping the element C from the queue. Now the left subtree and the right subtree of C is F and G. We are pushing these elements F and G to the queue. Now the queue contains only the elements D, E, F and G. Since these elements do not have subroots, these elements are printed in the order first in first out. That is, first D is printed out, then E is popped, next F is popped, and at last G is popped.